Captain's Log Supplemental. The Romulan Empire has been paralyzed by an internal war caused by the spread of the Warden contagion. Those still unaffected by the contagion are fighting their infected brethren across Romulan space. Although the Borg destroyed the factories on Romulus, the Wardens continue to gather followers at an alarming rate. Commander Data has intercepted numerous communications from a Romulan resistance force. The Romulans unsuccessfully attacked a Warden Nanite factory under construction on Chetzia 3. We need to return to Chetzia 3 and destroy the new factory. No doubt their defenses will be stronger since our last visit. No matter what the risk, the Wardens must not be allowed to create factories capable of mass-producing their contagion.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Away Team. This is mission 14, Chetzia 3 Nanite Factory.
Select your entire team, now.
And we're going in for Max Boom Boom again. Now we have... yeah, this is going to be pretty much as much bang as I can get on this mission. Sinjin with his Max Sniper Rifle is pretty awesome. Choice. I'm going for Talona. I think that's due to proximity mines as well. I'm going to take Sheila for the medical tricorder. Yeah, this guy just doesn't have enough health. And I think I want the hypersprays more than the neural disruptor. Yeah, Brexon has the teleportation brig, which is obviously good. And Marcus has his 5 grenades, which is pretty good. Ivan has the cloak. This guy has many grenades, so it's a huge amount of grenades he's got there, so I'm actually going to take him.
This is your beam-in point. We need to access the computer on Chetzia 3 and download schematic details about the nanites. To mask our presence from the Wardens, the team will plant false information about power fluctuations in the plasma inductors. To promote further confusion, the team will also implant a fake distress message in the communications array. This subterfuge will help to cover our escape. You must place charges next to each of the pods to ensure total destruction of the target. We have also received odd sensor readings from certain locations on the surface consistent with cloaking technology. Use your tricorder for assistance, and be careful entering the complex.
Romulan scientists are adept at creating cloaked mines. We should be very careful here. Romulans are not above mining their own territories.
Now, I bought Uraxnus on this mission because she pretty much has everything, including the extractor here. Now, you know, a couple of healing potions from that. Now, I learned something about halfway through this mission, which is how to deactivate mines. However, I don't learn it in the first part, so you're going to see some comedy ways of getting in, shall we say. Now, yep, let's just zoom out so I can see exactly where I am. This is a fairly long mission. We're going to be very involved, and this base has certainly changed since last time, but then again I imagine it's just a different part of Chetzia 3.
Science will guide us.
Science will guide us, but you're a psycho.
Of course.
Now you'll actually see when I was using the tricorder, you will see the mines pop up there. If you go in one at a time and hug the right hand wall, the mines won't go off. Now there will be a point in the future I will get rid of those mines, but for now I guess not.
Yes, sir.
So the secret to it at the beginning, I suppose, is tank it with your face. Okay, so I'm healed now. Now, one of the things that we do have, because of the upgrades that we've been getting throughout this game, we do actually have the ability to turn our phasers into grenades, and we can pick up Romulan disruptors and they will fire quite well. However, there is a cost to this because our phasers are also upgraded, so therefore our nope, didn't work. our phasers are also upgraded, so therefore we'd actually be trading down when it comes to weapons. Okay, run back in, and bang, got all 3 of them. So that's why I wanted someone with concussion grenades on this mission, because I just don't like having to use my phaser grenades. Now, this may be something that we have to do in future missions, but for now, I'm just going to keep guys going. We're not exactly limited on personnel here. I got to take exactly who I wanted, so because of that, I think I've got the right balance between destructive potential and non-destructive potential. Anyway, we just need to get the bodies out of the way, because even though there's no like auto lose for the guards seeing bodies here, it's just good practice. And one of the things that kind of makes the mission harder is if they spot a body and then more security spawn. And really, this isn't a mission you can run and gun, because with the cloaked mines you're bound to run into one when you're trying to shoot and scoot, and that will pretty much be an auto kill. Proximity rounds are pretty much one-hit kill unless they get a dismantling, unless they only get a glancing blow on you. So in order to see them, you just have to keep the tricorder running at all times. And here, let's get...
Yes,
I'm really not sure why I bought Tandoor. I think I would have... this might have been before I started being like majorly... being like a huge fan of Kirk. But I really think that Kirk would be better here. The guy that we brought down at the bottom, Mr. Tribble, Mr. Redshirt, Azander, he has all the explosive firepower we need. So I think I'd rather go with the guy who has more sniper shots. It's a bit annoying trying to read that in red.
Affirmative.
The game is recorded in 480p. Sadly, that's the only resolution that was available. This is a fairly old game. And did I manage to get the scan off there with Sheila? I did not. Okay, so I need to go back in and get the scan again. It's so frustrating having to dodge this camera constantly. I believe it's the base you have to scan. There we go. So we got the scan off this time, and oh, problem. One of the advantages or disadvantages for the Romulans of cameras is that they do take a very small period of time to actually...
We go boom now?
See? Mr. Tribble, that's what I'm going to call him. I think he has 4 concussion grenades, 4 remote mines, and 4 proximity mines. So if this is the guy you want, if you want to just blow stuff sky high. Unfortunately, he doesn't have access to a sniper rifle. I think he's the only security officer who doesn't have access to a sniper rifle. But he has just like all the explosives in the world, so certainly against someone like the Borg or something like that, you're going to want someone like this around. Security officers are basically the best at dealing with the Borg, followed by medical officers. Each type of officer has their own way. Like engineers can have EMP grenades. I think it's engineers or scientists have EMP grenades, and that's the one way of dealing with the Borg. The other ways to deal with the Borg are, obviously I can run through with all these guys now, considering that Mr. Redshirt decided to set the mine off with his face. And I just want to take out this guy up here because he can just be randomly irritating sometimes. Keeping my tricorder active because I don't want to... Oh!
I'm under attack!
Ow! He cloaked, then
I live to
died.
protect.
That wasn't very good, but looks like I lived.
Of course.
Sheila lived. And let's get rid of this body. Hoping there was no cloak mine nearby there, but as you can see, this makes it just a little bit difficult. And also, you should just, I would actually say you should probably just keep to walking when you're not in a rush here, because that allows you to get out of the way of mines. If you're very, very clever with your micro, you can actually just looking around here. Yeah, if you're very, very clever with your micro, you can actually trigger the proximity mine and then run away from it, and you won't get hit by it, but you need to be very, very, very careful. Okay, so there's actually no one guarding this. That's a strange one. Still, I suppose never look a gift horse in the mouth, and let's get the...
Yes.
It's medical tricorder, isn't it? Well, I'm not too sure what all that technobabble meant, but it's probably not good for us. And that's the second charge planted, so we're not doing too badly at this point. Obviously, we basically are just looking to try and blow this sky high.
Of course.
But there's one cloaked mine. Oh, I'm trying to set it off. And there you go, you can actually set them off without getting damaged, but that's usually if there's a wall in the way or something similar. And you do want to set the mines off because it gives you a way out. You know, it gives you like a retreat path.
Damage sustained.
Okay, she took a little bit of damage there, but it wasn't too bad. And no, this is not the way to do it, by the way, but I will let you guys have the enjoyment of it for the moment, before I reveal later on in the mission how to deal with mines properly in this game. Okay, so we have one camera to deal with. And let's get the extractor out. Oh, we can use that. See what we got. A paralysis agent. So that will work very much like the neuro disruptor. I tend not to use them too much. The reason for...
Did you bring the tribble again?
Of course. He's my good luck charm.
So that's like the neuro disruptor. I'm probably not going to use it because I tend to be a bit more overt than that. I only really use the neural disruptor when I know I can easily get away with it, or against the Borg, because it's one of the weapons that the Borg can't adapt to, because it's a direct contact weapon. For some reason the Borg can't adapt to a sniper rifle either, so therefore good things. So I'm going to have to trigger this prox... Yep, we can do that, and there's no other Romulan in the vicinity, so... Oh, we only got one of them. That's irritating. And yes, the Romulans do cloak, which makes them very dangerous at this point.
I'm hit!
And now she's dead. So that's both of them got. Now I've just got to set off that mine. I'm just looking around to see if there was any additional security summoned, and it doesn't look like it. So...
Indeed.
Again, trying to set off this mine without getting damaged.
Must focus. beyond pain.
Yeah, we got. She got hit by it, all right, but I think that she'll be okay. And now let's get the Actually, let's heal her up first.
Certainly.
And this is the point where I realise I've lost
Yes, sir.
your axis. Okay, that's alright. And your axis is actually up, you know. She's actually up where she extracted all the plants. Oh, got lucky there. So I think I've brought her back now. Let me just see. Oh no, there's still only 4 of us. Let's get Sheila in there and scan the base of the
I live to protect.
tripod. I think that worked. Yep, 3 of 4, so we're
Say the
not
word.
doing too badly here. So let's get that charge in there. 3 out of 4. I tell you what, these antimatter charges are getting a lot of use. Not bad. So now we've got to get to the 4th one. And I think this is where I realise where your axis is. Or at least I try and find her. Because I'm counting up, there's only 4 people here, so who am I?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I just accidentally healed Sheila when I didn't need to. So you have to be very careful. I wouldn't waste hypos like that.
Certainly.
Security officer ready.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Sir?
And here they all come. So the gang's back together now. And we're looking at the last one. But once again, let's be careful, because there's going to be cloaked mines around here. There's one. And I want to take out this guard. If I can. Either avoid him or take him out. I'm going to have to take him out at some point. But this might be an ideal opportunity, thinking about it. Where else have I got to plant a charge? Oh, it's down at the bottom of the base, isn't it? That's going to be a pain. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's down here, isn't it? Okay. Now, you'll have noticed that you'll have heard at least the cloaking mechanism from the Romulans. Yep, the Romulans, as with everything, the game gets harder in terms of what you're up against. The Romulans now have cloaking bands, so if you do get into combat with them, they will cloak, and you'll have to basically aim your phasers manually. Looks like I've left someone behind here. Oh no, here they come. And I'm going to come down here and try and get to the 4th pod. It's kind of an arse backwards way of doing it. The first 3 are done really, really quickly, but then the next ones take a little bit of time. So that's just the way we've got to do this. Fortunately, there's no further Romulans around here, so we can move pretty much freely. The only thing there is that the camera. Might be EMP, because we might end up EMPing it. So we've got to come down here. You'll see my just absolute list of grenades that I have there. Very impressive, isn't it? So, just got to avoid this camera again. God, I hate cameras. Then again, the Klingons use scouts rather than cameras. I'm just going to EMP it and run past it. And that'll allow me to just get in here, kill these two. With a concussion, boom boom. Come on, there we go.
Medical assistance.
Oh, and all of a sudden, you notice that those mines went off. And yep, the camera saw me, and you'll notice that the doors opened and a Romulan stepped out. Now, fortunately, there is no secondary objective, I believe, for not getting caught by the cameras. So, while we've made things a little bit harder for ourselves, it's not the be-all and end-all of everything. And yeah, do you know where he came from? Yep, that's it. He's the dude in the plantation. Fortunately, he now can't see me, and he's just going to stay where he is now. So yeah, I've kind of bungled the stealth on this mission, but we're still doing okay, and we're actually coming up to the last nanite pod now. Of course, I've got to make things even more difficult for myself. Yeah, I have one grenade left. Let's just stick a proxy here.
Federation dog.
You cloaked. And then you died. Yeah, proximity mines can detect cloaked people. Which I may or may not find out to my cost later on in the game. So, here's the next challenge. Basically, these three are fairly static. They're not, I don't believe they change direction, and this guy is looking away that way. And we have a camera. So this isn't easy. What I want is my grenade guy. You'll see there is a blind spot for the camera. So we're going to run into this area. So just run into this safe zone. There we go. And the second person I am going to get is...
I concur.
There you go. Because she is my sniper, and she has a couple of shots left. So the plan here, to time it correctly, is to grenade those three behind the camera and snipe the other one just as it all happens. Now, as you can tell, there was a little bit of a skip there. This is a reload, but I don't want to put you through all that. I might do it a little bit. I might do it a little bit later, but I prefer you to see like the whole thing as it would normally work straight away. Otherwise, these videos are going to be hours long, and I don't want to be wasting everyone's time. I mean, you're already getting 40 minutes for this. Okay, so number one, let's throw this grenade. Waited a bit long on that one. Usually it's second bounce, but we got them all. And duck in. I said duck in.
Of course.
Okay, that got everyone out of there. Good. And considering you have proximity mines as well, let's get that done. So that's 4 for 4. For 4 for 4 4 4. No. Yep, there we go. So we've got 4 out of 4. We just need to scan it with a medical tricorder now. So that's Sheila's job.
Mm-hmm.
And let's back out our security personnel. So Sheila can head down into the safe zone. Then we're going to go up and round to the right of this camera. Probably could have gone a lot earlier than that, but let's scan it. And that was Nanite biosequencing is complete. So that, I believe, is the secondary objective done as well. Come on, Sheila. There we go. Yep, there you go. Secondary objective done as well. So we are doing very nicely here. Okay, so now we've got to shut that camera off. I'm just going to get rid of all these bodies before someone comes wandering around and sees them. Oh, Brenda. Brexon even. Brenda, where did I get that from? Yeah, you'll notice the building to the right there. A Romulan will come out of there if the camera spots you, and that just makes things all the more difficult. But still, we're not dealing with masses of difficulty here. You just have to be careful about what you're doing. And we are out of here, it looks like. Or at least we will be when the camera sweeps by. There we go. Move up into the safe zone. Just about there. I tell you what, they're not the fastest in the world, are they? Not going to beat Usain Bolt over 100 meters, and these are the, these are the elite of Starfleet Academy. But hey, oh, this way, and there we go. All 5 of them past the camera. So, good job, guys. And now we've got to do the fake message in the communication system, and this is where I realise I should have done something earlier. You know, probably was the 3rd one we went to? There was a little console by it. I needed to stab that console. So, yeah. This is one of the reasons why the game is longer than it should be. That is a cloaked proximity mine, so let's hide behind the nanite transformer, where the camera... Nanite transformer? Anyway, the nanite pod, where the camera can't see us. Go tank that. Oh, come on, that must have set it off.
Damage sustained.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Tanking mines with the face is still a thing, apparently, even though I know at this point that explosions set off mines. Although, that said, the only way I could really do it is with remote mines or proximity mines at this point, and I'm not really that bothered with that. So, if you've got a security officer who can take it, then that's probably okay. Although what I probably should have done while I was there was lay a proximity mine for this dude. Because obviously proximity mines are always a fun way to get someone's attention. Man, that camera is a total buzzkill. Okay. Just out of earshot, and kablam. beam away the body. So we're not doing too badly at this point now. Creating gaps in the sensor net, so we've got to get here. But first, we have missed something. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make things, well, at this point I don't actually realise that I've stuffed up. However, what I am going to do to make things a little easier for myself is that I am going to take out both of these
Federation
Romulan
intruders!
Oh, where's that coming from? Oh. And as you can see, you can aim for where the body will be. And this is where I think this is going to be a complete disaster, because I feel like the body's going to get seen. But it turns out I think that that body is just outside this guard's line of sight. Is it? Yeah. It looks like it, but we've actually found...
Damage sustained.
Okay, all four of you fire about that. I said all four of you. Wait a minute, four of you?
I am under attack.
God, this is just ultimate failure at the moment.
Yes, Seth.
Can forget about tanking mines with my face now. And there's a mine. And the Centurion's going to come around and see the body, but this is a trap. This is actually a deliberate trap for me. Proximity mine set.
Requesting medical assistance.
Alright then, just drop her. Last shot, I suppose, but hey. So, we don't have much less to do. We've just got to tank this. Got to tank this proximity mine. Yeah, that was close. I actually selected all of them when I only wanted one. Beam that body away, will you? When this Romulan's out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this turned into a total cluster, but hey. There's another mine. So here's the attempt for me to be clever. See if this works. Yep, but he got hurt by our own proximity mine. So that is how you clear mines properly. Well, aside from the accidental hit to the face, but that is how you clear mines properly. So that area is totally open to us now. The only downside is we have to get back up to that console up top.
Say the word.
Here we go. Here's what's called mine. Here's a bit of mine sweeping. And as you can see, there were a lot of them there. But anyway, I've cut the action because we have to come back here, because you will see a console right about there. Yeah, I should have got that earlier. I didn't. So I've had to come all the way round back here to do this. And this is kind of what happens when you can get turned round in this game. It's very, very easy to get turned round. And that's not the right one. It's obviously that one. Okay, while no one's looking... Oh. Turn around. Don't look at that console. It's not important. What if I ask nicely? Please? There you go. Well, I'm taking the risk. Well, made it without any severe issues. So I suppose that means that I can now get back to that heavily mined area. Here we are. Okay, and since I swept it of mines earlier, it's completely clear. So
the fake signal has been implanted successfully.
don't sound so evilly happy about it. But anyway, and now for the final part of this mission, which is probably the most frustrating part of it. One guard here and multiple guards by the machine. I believe there are a couple of methods you can do this. I think there is a way to do it completely stealthily, but I decide to just go for the gung-ho version, which again is completely fine. Again, we've got all the secondary objectives. Things are fine. Boxes and the inconvenience that they are.
Yes, sir.
Now, unfortunately, I have no grenades left, which is going to make things rather unfortunate. I do, however, have proximity mines and my phasers.
Federation dog.
So this is what we're going to be doing. If I can figure out how to throw a phaser as a grenade.
I'm hit.
There we go. Bang! Right, so I'm afraid we're going to need another one. Just check that camera, that's as far as it can go out. Okay. How the hell did that miss? Okay, they're too bunched. That's just too much of a...
Yes, sir.
That's just way too easy a target.
Federation intruders.
I'm under attack.
Yeah, now you can run now.
I'm
You've
under
got
attack.
that. Okay, maybe a third one, huh?
Affirmative.
I live to protect.
I'm doing nothing but throwing my phasers.
I'm wounded.
Oh, and of course I go in with a medical officer.
I'm under attack.
And now they're all dead. Well, that was a massive cluster at the end of that, but it looks like it worked. And with that, the camera's down. Hack into this panel. And then hack into this one. And we're away.
The false information has been successfully implanted.
So, despite a rather messy end to it, completed the mission with full secondaries. Good
The
job.
away team performed exceptionally on their mission to eliminate the Warden Nanite factory on Chetzia 3. But despite our best efforts, it seems the Warden's movement is gaining momentum. We can't lose hope. Our actions may have bought us the precious hours needed to make the difference. We are leaving Romulan space and returning to the neutral zone. Our sensors have detected a distress call from a rogue Federation vessel. It is likely that the Wardens have attacked the vessel. I'm forming an away team to investigate the situation.
Well, next time we'll be back on board a Federation ship. See you then, guys.